Hello again. This is a bit different kind of video guide because I usually do not create video for search engine optimization. Actually, this has more to do with semantic web than search engine optimization. This is the basic thing. Almost all of you have already seen that there are a lot of changes in Google Master Tool console and going to very deep to the semantic web and schema. You can read the articles on our website on semantic web, and there are standards, tools. For example, this one is a very nice tool to check the semantics. Swivel. And here is the manual of Swivel. So what we have said before in written articles, there are various way to represent and create the semantic web, and what the search engine, almost all search engines have accepted a common a way to represent the semantic web is schemas, that is schema.org. Everything is things. So it is commonly people refer to schema as item prop, and in fact there are such named plugins, WordPress plugins, and as you know that there are tools to examine how actually it will appear on the search result, as um, and we have already said that uh, with HTML5 and responsive design, the implementation of schema.org becomes very easier because HTML5 by default has, uh, although the spec is not standardized yet, still you can see that we have used Dublin Core, Open Graph Protocol, and obviously schema.org markups. We said about Dublin Core around 3 years ago, when Dublin Core considered by many SEO that is not at all essential, but we actually knew that Dublin Core is very important because Google uses a Dublin Core for their, at the time, for their Google Scholar search. So they had some thought, obviously, and it has been consolidated with schema.org implementation, and gradually the old RDF and other multiple standards to represent the schema, semantic wave, will be phased out. For example, if you test our any web page, what you will notice is, apart from the standard authorship markup and other things, there is RDF data. Then the problem is that the age card FN is showing and wrongly representing many data. This is basically due to everyone is in a transitional phase, and for WordPress is actually not very great to implement HTML5. However, we have said that it is actually unofficial because we do not want to promote any paid themes. Genesis is possibly the best framework for WordPress. It on the front end, it actually optimizes many part, and the beta version is really a good job on the part of the developers. And another thing, there are many other standards which are actually less known, like for that you if you have seen this one, this page, you see that there are a rel markup, that is keen. Keen is nothing but to indicate that the person has some relationship the with the URL. And actually we have used nested schema.org, which we will show that has some issues the time of testing, because possibly Google bot still considers the old markups as well, so there is some issues. It cannot parse all the text properly, and there are many web pages we have seen that actually on the Google Webmaster Tools, it is showing the cached result in the structured data testing, and this is for the authorship page. There are markups which are not recognized by Google still now. So basically, to be technical, we should use a nested structure for semantic web, proper semantic web, but for the purpose of search engine optimization, possibly a flatter structure will be better. And as you can see, there is a any verified author through custom email, personalized email, will have this kind of result. Some will not appear in public result because I am logged in and viewing my profile in Google search. So we have to show how to use the tool. Take that we want to create a series of posts or rather articles using data highlighter. So we click the power button and selected articles. There are two options. You can use the home page. If you use the home page, there will be some problems. The basic problem will be most of the websites still now are not micro niche websites. So it is quite difficult to implement in this way that this website has 5 parts or 6 parts, and unfortunately WordPress categories and tags, specifically the category which is quite important, is very difficult to manage. It's unfortunate fact that WordPress was not developed in this way of thought we which we are using WordPress in this way, because quite obviously Matt never thought that WordPress will be used as a most popular platform on the web. In fact, we use as a blogging platform, as a CMS, in any way we want. It's very flexible, but obviously there are some shortcomings. And this is the problem, that you cannot actually start with a category. Then you have to inject the proper tag with conditional tag of WordPress. That is, I think, maybe difficult for many normal users, because it is not that webmaster have to know all the things from PHP, WordPress specific tags to complex semantic web. But these are the points you must know, that these are shortcomings. So we have to ultimately start with a post, not with our home page, not with our category page. This is a very problematic uh, point, because this is a dynamic structure, and to be honest, WordPress category is a kind of doorway, although it is not a black hat, but it is better to, possibly it is better to uh, not allow Google to index. But unfortunately most of the websites, specifically technology websites, have a structure that demands the usage of category, WordPress category. uh, for example, copyblogger.com, Brian has used WordPress in a way that is, I think, towards an ideal usage. There is practically categories are actually demoted, tags are demoted, the posts are the main attraction for towards the search engine. So this is how we started, and we were saying about this problem that actually um, Google on this tool still showing up the cached result. This is our old web design with the broken CSS. Whatsoever, if you do in this way, you can see that it is quite easy to add the article name, author name. Just you have to highlight it and click the proper um, option. So in case of date, obviously it will be the most complicated. First you have to add the month or any sequence. You can add any sequence, year, date, month, and time if available. It is showing a older web page, cached page, so the time is not available in our live website. Actually the time is also available, as well as the date of modification, update if any. So this is the first article page we started to tag with. We were given two options. First is with the auto selected 63 plus pages, and one is a custom. Both has issues. Unfortunately, you have to use a kind of regular expression, and it is impossible for a bigger website to tag in this way, because we are not provided with the option of adding especially the full URL of any web page in the way we use in AdWords. So this is a very problematic issue. I think Google will think about this, and if this option is change towards somewhat like we use for Google AdWords for site links. Uh, Probably that will be the most correct way, because we found that it is Google is but the bots is actually obviously it is not possible for a bot to understand the logic, human logic, however intelligent it is. That is the problem. That is for that problem we have to actually need the change in algorithm. We get penalized even if we have good content. uh, it's not very beneficial for Google as well, but we have to demote the spammy websites, because unfortunately they will also use the same technology we are using. Maybe they are more advanced. So for some web pages, actually you can see that the markups are almost appearing normally. This is because if you normally do two or three walks, manual walks, what we have checked that Google this bot understands the fact that how we want to show the result in search engine result page. That is very important. So I will recommend that to go at least for create three or four uh, data markups so that to understand your the bot to understand your logic and which part is actually you want to highlight to Google web search. And sarcastically, the profile badge page also is taken picked up as a part of content in some web pages. Probably it is not apparent in this video, right? So you can understand the logic how we are progressing. We are demoting the automated automatically suggested web pages uh, and correcting or adding the proper name, proper title, proper description, proper image of individual web page. There is no need to work for 2000 web pages for a set. If you work with a small sample, that will possibly trigger Google bot to understand the way you think. So just right clicking actually can add one thing you can see in real time, that there was suddenly there was appearance of my data items in within the first bracket. There are two. Right now it is two. One is picked up from that with gets profile badge. So this is actually not the way we want, but unfortunately it is picking up in this way. From the point of view of semantic wave, actually there is a declaration that this part belongs to WordPress sidebar. So possibly it should be out of question to be a part of the main content of the website or web page. Unfortunately, this logic still uh, is not very effective, as you can see. And more complex your website is, more genuine content your website will have, more problem you will face, because just like Google AdWords, we have seen that there are a lot of keywords automatically get added. Um, those we need to demote, which has practically no at a apparent relationship with the uh, targeted keyword, and it increases the total cost. So the same thing you can again see that the three practically there are three parts. One part is the part which is the text part. Second part is the author box part. Third part is the widget part, which is optional. Obviously, all three are showing up as web page real content, and this can create a huge problem. And possibly, this is the reason why There is a uh, people is complaining that a lot of junk quality result are appearing on Google web search because there is some issues, and there are few billions of websites with there are at least few thousand websites which has quite good quality content, and uh, obviously however big server it is set up, uh, it takes a bit time to properly re-index the whole website again. Plus we often change the website where WordPress is a dynamic structure by design, and it creates a big problem that often some plugins adds links which are actually not relevant. They have no intelligence. Practically they works fully on naked PHP functions, or hardly with some MySQL with a kind of artificial intelligence. It is very basic and preliminary, and usually never so advanced that it can accommodate with a required change. So obviously a plugin will not understand that there is a difference between what is the difference between virtualization and cloud computing. Actually, the, you cannot make it understand that for a auto tagging software, I mean plugin, it is not possible to make understand that virtualization is the enabling technology behind the cloud computing. So obviously it will auto link many pages and articles which are not relevant, and I think that it is better not to use right now any automated plugin to tag the web pages in this way, auto link the web pages we traditionally we used. So it is obviously a huge work for the webmaster to manually add many links, because it happened that we knew that when we are typing contact us, automatically it will be linked to the contact us page, but it is actually when we deactivate the plugin, it automatically gets the link becomes dead. So actually the hyperlink is removed, so it will not work. So you have to find all the way, and naturally if you have 5,000 uh, posts or something like that, it is very difficult to mm, really difficult to recreate the structure of the website. It is definitely a devastating problem, specifically for the smaller one person maintained website, or hardly with a team of 3 or 4 person, which is a typical for a medium sized blog. Because there is a design part, there is need of checking the many other aspects. So I'm actually talking about many other things, but I hope you are watching the video and understanding the basic thing that just right clicking the word will add the proper field. If you want to delete it, just click delete. So we have finished a kind of set, and we are being offered with again we have faced a cached page. We demoted it, and the next one is offered to us, but unfortunately it is very difficult to make Google understand that Google bot understand that no, we do not need this web page. Whether backlinks have something to do or not, that is a different. Have you noticed that when I actually hovered over the image, automatically it got tagged because it has a kind of artificial intelligence, and obviously when you will, that is the reason I am saying to insisting to repeatedly insisting to at least create 3 or 4 sets that will automatically will understand that what you want to say. Now the Android section in our website is fully different from the cloud computing section, and whether there is a word cloud computing or cloud storage in the case of Android is does not make it eligible by any means in cloud computing section. This logic can be easily understood by a human, but it is not understandable by a system, obviously. So, more pathetic can be for the wallpapers, which we usually used to post many years ago, but unfortunately, there are words that are not relevant. So, there is actually you have no one to blame because this way of thought of Google is actually very nice because it can give the author the proper exposure, but unfortunately we are in a transition phase. So some if you basically create one set, you can publish it and later you can again review it. I think it will be better to take a piece of paper and pen and then do a kind of plan for how you will represent few sets, and representing few sets possibly better to think like in the way you have created the categories in WordPress. Unfortunately, right now, as you can understand, that a category has very less value because of WordPress. Unfortunately, provides no good support for category. There is the only way is to use the conditional tag, and it is a huge burden for the database to use conditional tag if there are a lot of categories or tags. Maybe it will be a good idea to move to HTML websites from WordPress at this moment to archive the old results and old publications using some plugin and make them flat in HTML because they will be easily editable in any HTML editor. The advantages will obviously go away. So this is a wallpaper a post that was automatically effort. We demoted it. It's quite brainstorming as well as it sucks a huge energy. Really, it is a very pathetic to make understand in this way.